Guys, it's true. I've been returning by death. Anyways, what just happened? Anyways, like I've been saying, I have a major spending problem. I order out food way more than I should, and it's kind of put me in a really bad spot. Over the last 6, 7 months, I've been struggling to, well, for the last 6 or 7 months, I have kind of been financially cut off from my family. They aren't able to send me any money to kind of help with my day-to-day or monthly expenses like food, phone, anything like that. Just my rent is being covered basically, and my college tuition, but because I wasn't able to get a job for the last 6 months, I had been living straight off my credit card. I'm talking groceries, I'm talking Uber Eats, I'm talking bus fare, I'm talking clothes. My young LA jacket, I hate to say it, guys, yeah, on borrowed timing. Anyways, I even went on a trip to Calgary, but that's not important. Anyways, long story short, since the beginning of the year, I have amassed a lot of debt. A grand total of, I think the highest was about 3,200 Canadian dollars. Yeah, I know. For some people, that might not even be a lot of money. But for me, a college student with no job, I don't know where you expect me to get that, but you expect it to fall out the sky? I don't know. Anyways, because I didn't have the correct international visa study documentation to kind of get a job, I had just been returning by debt for the last 6 months. There was basically nothing I could do. I couldn't really get any help from my family. There was just basically there was no money for them to send. There was no way for me to get money from them directly into this card. But that all ends today because I want to start the journey of becoming financially free, learning how to become more financially literate as well, because I don't think getting into debt is a situation anyone wants to be in. For the last 6 months, I've had to decline hangouts with my friends. I've had to, manage my eating, my spending, all my expenses just to try not max out the card. Because I don't want to do that. That's for sure. But it's been really humbling. But luckily for me, about a month ago, I was able to get my first job, which was in construction. And that lowered my debt down by a little bit, not enough. Right now we're sitting at about 2.9, just because my monthly expenses, my phone bill is like $100, my groceries, that's probably another like 200, 300 just on top of that. So it was an odd job. It was a construction job for about like 6 days total, I think. The pay was good, but it wasn't enough to kind of, it was like a drop in the ocean. So as my goal throughout my entire life is to just ascend and become the best version of Mozzie that I can possibly be, I thought, why not make this a series? Figure out different ways I can make some extra money, figure out ways I can become more financially literate, invest in myself, invest in my future as well. Because if I can get out of this, I never want to be broke again. Fix old habits, be more accountable for myself and for you guys who are watching. But yeah, to hopefully see if I can help somebody along the way. But yeah, so over the next couple of weeks, we're gonna be following along the series. I'm gonna be very brutally honest, very accountable about my spending habits, my eating habits, my work. I currently work one job. It's in retail at like a shoe store. They give me like not a lot of shifts, but you know, I'm really grateful to get the job. But yeah, I'm gonna be show you guys how much I'm making on a weekly basis. Um, Things like that, my expenses, just to help track them, and maybe how you can kind of hopefully avoid to be in a similar situation as I am. So this is gonna be episode 0 of Returning by Debt. Um, I know, because even if the debt keeps climbing, we never stop. Oh, I'm so lame. Anyways, yeah, I thought that would be fun, a fun little series to do. I don't really know how long it'll take. You know, hopefully sooner rather than later. But this is a Five Guys burger. I'm gonna give you guys a story. Get some Five Guys fries. Oh, but this will hopefully be the last piece of junk that I order instead of cooking food across this entire series. I'm telling you right now, that's probably not what's gonna happen, but we can just be hopeful. But yeah, because ascending in life is more than just getting a crazy physique. It's more than just getting fame or popular or your dream you know, aesthetic physique. Ascending is all about elevating, growing from the person you were the day before to growing to the person you are tomorrow. And every day I'm going to be shooting for a better tomorrow, a better version of me. And if that means I got to escape this debt cycle, seems like there's only one way to do it. And that's with you guys. So hopefully you guys will stick around for the series. If you guys have any suggestions, any comments, any questions, or what we should do, you just let me know. And I'll see you guys in episode 1. Laters.